What do you think about hope?
Where shall I start? So, when I think about most things and I think about hope, hope is the thing that you really need the most of. So, how most people will say, oh, I gotta have faith or I gotta have joy. But I think with hope will ignite joy and faith. Because if you're focusing on making sure that you're hopeful of not going the way that you're anticipating it to go, but no matter what, you're like, I'm gonna keep my hope no matter what happens. I'm gonna move through this. And on the other side of this, I'm hopeful that everything is gonna work out. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I feel like, hope is so important for us all to have. Because it's gonna ignite the other things.
Mm-hmm. There's a character in my favorite show. His name is Kuma, and he lived he was very ironically he was like a preacher, and he lived a very 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 sad life. But in it, he like held on to hope. He was like a child of slavery. So he spent his time as a child slave, but then he was freed and he witnessed both of his parents be killed in front of him. Once he was freed, he spent his time just like helping the elderly and like helping people within his community. But then something happened with like the ruling king of his land, and he had to act to become something more than just a guy who helped on occasion, and added like his like own the kingdom, and returns home only with enough time to she escapes so she can save her daughter, because she has a daughter from one of the people, but she's like, I don't want them to be raised here. And so she returns back to the church that they grew up in, and he finds her, but she's already gone. But he finds the child, and the child is there, and he's like, I will raise your child. So then he raises her child, and they find out that the child has the same incurable disease as the mom. And so he spends a lot of his life. The doctor tells him that she won't make it until she's 10. It's very sad.
The doctor. This is the book you're reading?
No, it's a show.
Oh, it's a show.
I mean, it also is a book because it's a manga, but it's an anime. He searches for a few years, looking all over the planet, and then finally finds like somebody that can cure her disease. But the trade-off is that he must forego his humanity and become like a cyborg for the experiments of the government. And so he accepts without hesitation, because the whole time all he's wanted is for her to have like a good life. So he was like, I thought you were going to ask something that I couldn't do. I can do that. And so she gets cured, and then he becomes a like cyborg. But in the process, we get to like watch all of his memories, and this is just recently happened. So it was great. I've cried too many times to it. And so he spends all of that time, and he does all of the things. And just like he can push pain out of people, he also has the ability to push his memories out. And so the scientist that is like working with him and curing his daughter, doesn't want to do it, but he's like, I'm stuck doing this, because if I don't do it, they'll just kill us both and your daughter. And he's like, that's fine. I don't blame you. I think like, as long as you can cure my daughter, that's all that matters to me. And
so the lady's child is his child.
His adoptive child.
Oh, his adopted. Okay.
Because he just adopts her.
He would take her. Okay, he would raise her. Yeah. So is the child's mom? Did she die?
She's dead.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. She died. The disease was something that had to do with sunlight, and so she was if she experienced too much sunlight, she would succumb to her disease, and she experienced too much sunlight in order to travel across the world to get her daughter back to where he would go and see the world together. And he's like, he spends his whole life like, yeah, when you turn 10, we're gonna see the world together. And so then she, in the end, she finally gets to see all of his memories and see everything that he's experienced. And it's very sad, but it's also really beautiful because he, throughout the entire time, all he did was keep hope. Because all he was like, I am sure that I can help my daughter. I am sure that these things will be cured. And he was right. And his last wish that he gave to the doctor was he told her to he was like, I would just like you to wish my daughter a very happy 10th birthday.
Oh.
Because
So, but what does that mean though if he's transitioning to this other thing? I mean, what does that mean for him?
it means all of his memories of her and his mother and her mother and their experiences and all of the things that make him him are will be gone.
Oh.
So at the cost of everything that was
saving
him.
the daughter.
And I like it because it's very hopeful. But also I like it because I'm like, oh, the controversy of hope.